Hello, folks. I am Alan for today's news. I will be reading and speaking about the world news, interesting news to keep you entertained, and news to keep you informed. We got here from 1945. Putin is really angry now. Ukraine could have Bradley fighting vehicles. The United States has held back in sending any M1 Abrams main battle tanks, that's MBTs for short, to Ukraine, and while other NATO members have sent their respective stockpiles of Soviet era MBTs, notably the T-72, it appeared that Western-made armor was off the table. However, this week, Paris and Washington now each seem to be eager to supply other armored vehicles. And that's all it says about that one there. And this one here is from MoneyWise. Russian President Putin joins Biden in raising the alarm over the risk of nuclear war. Here's what Warren Buffett says about the greatest danger facing the world. Investors often watch the markets of the economy, but in this day and age, you might also want to pay attention to the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine because the consequences could be dire. After reports emerged last fall that Russian officials spoke of using tactical nuclear weapons, U.S. Joe Biden warned that the risk of nuclear Armageddon hasn't been this high in 60 years. We have not faced the prospect of Armageddon since Kennedy and the Cuban Missile Crisis, he said at a Democratic fundraiser in October. He is not joking when he talks about potential use of tactical nuclear weapons, of biological and chemical weapons, because his military is, you might say, significantly underperforming, Biden added, referring to Russia President Putin. Now, see, what I think is going on, everybody paying so much attention to Russia and Ukraine, and China is doing the biological warfare. That's why everybody's dying over here and everywhere in the world. So they got the guards down with China, and China could have a ball killing everybody. Biden wouldn't even know it, the old man. This one here is from Kyiv Independent. Ukraine war latest. Putin says he wants 36-hour ceasefire. Zelensky says Russia doesn't want real truce. Russian President Putin said he ordered his defense minister Sergei to implement a temporary ceasefire in Ukraine, which was quickly dismissed by Ukraine's authority as a facade. The so-called Russian ceasefire is set to take effect from midday on January 6th to midnight on January 7th to allow Orthodox Christians to attend Christmas services, according to Russian state media agency. President Zelensky dismissed Putin's words about Orthodox Christmas ceasefire. Those who continue to terror against our country and sent their people to be slaughtered definitely do not value life, and even more so, do not seek peace. Zelensky said, and he killed children. Putin did, and families, mothers, and he don't care. The truce officer has been met with skepticism from both Kyiv and the West, with many viewing it as a plow by Putin to regroup. I think so. He even fired, during the New Year's, Christmas. Who will believe a scum that kills children, bombards maternity hospital, tortures prisoners? Ukraine's National Security of Defense Council security is that. While Joe Biden has said he believes Putin is trying to find more oxygen with the proposed truce. Yeah, he's trying to take a little break to reform everybody and refuel his military. Here's something from Newsweek. Ukraine reveals end date for war with Russia. In a recent interview with the head of Ukraine military intelligence, hinted at a possible end date for the country's war in Russia. Like, that's going to be easy to do. Move my camera, didn't I? The chief of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine told ABC News in an interview shared by the outlet on Wednesday that he expects the hottest fighting between Ukraine and Russia President Putin forces to occur in March. He added that he expects Ukraine military to make a large push against the invading Russians in the spring. According to him, those efforts could lead to what Ukraine feels would be the end to the war. And you can read about the rest. All these things you can read down in the description box. I'll keep mentioning it in case you forget. This is from Desert News. How bad is COVID-19 in China right now? The World Health experts say they're not getting the answers. China is being criticized for underreporting COVID-19 hospitalization and deaths amid a new outbreak that comes after harsh measures intended to control the spread of the virus were suddenly stopped. Concern is coming from the World Health Organization as well as world leaders, including Joe Biden, after the accuracy of the information provided by China. Now, the government has scrapped its zero COVID policy. The issue was raised Wednesday in a briefing of the United Nations agency in Switzerland. And you can read the rest of this later, too. This is from HuffPost. The seasonal COVID variant XBB that doctors are seeing right now. If you're being following COVID news, then you likely well aware there's a new variant in town that's concerning the scientific community known as XBB. The variant is believed to be the most immune evasive to date and currently accounts for over 40% of infections in the United States, according to the data from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. That percentage is expected to grow exponentially in the coming weeks as XBB outcompete other Omicron variants like BQ1. Look at what transpired in New England within 3 weeks. The percentage of cases and the reason caused by XBB jumped from 11% to 75%. Because XBB is relatively new, scientists are still working to figure out how the variant behaves differently from other recent variants. And you can read the rest of this in my description box. That's kind of boring to me, but it is picking up in the Northeast, they say. Okay, this is from the Street. Another big name Las Vegas Strip show closing unexpectedly. The past year has been very tough for major productions on the Las Vegas Strip, and another one from an iconic creator is about to close. Thank you, Joe Biden. while the Las Vegas Strip has become famous for entertainers playing there for seemingly a lifetime, not every act can have the longevity of Wayne Newton, Barry Manilow, Penn and Teller, or even Carrot Top. Some shows have shorter runs by design, and others simply never find their audience. That was certainly like the case with the musical base of Meatloaf's iconic Batman Out of Hell, which opened in October. The show was supposed to be a permanent fixture at Caesar Entertainment, Paris, Las Vegas, closed on January 1st after about 3 months of tepid sales and lack of interest. Yeah, if you're interested, you can read the rest of this in my description box. Here's something from Tell Me Best. Macy's to permanently close the stores. Thank you, Joe Biden and Democrats. They voted him in. Macy's will be permanently shutting several stores in 2023 as part of its Polaris transformation strategy, which aims to optimize and reposition its mall and off-mall locations. The first batch of closure will take place in Los Angeles, Colorado, Maryland, and Hawaii. A clearance sale, which will run for approximately 8 to 12 weeks, is set to begin this January. Goodbye, Macy's, says Joe Biden. In a statement to Axios, Macy's said it was committed to offering employees generous severance packages or alternate jobs in nearby locations. In February 2020, the department store chain, which includes Bloomsdale and Blue Mercury, never heard of them, announced an intention to shutter a fifth of its location, or 125 stores, as part of a 3-year plan. This was followed by several rounds of closures from 2020 to 2022. And you can read about the rest of this in my description box. This is from GeekWire. All these news agencies popping up I never heard of. The end of everything at Amazon, record layoff, signal new mid-set for sprawling tech giant. Thank you, Joe Biden and the Democrats. That was a message to Amazon employees Wednesday from Andy Jassy, signaling a shift in mindset with significant implications for the company's future. The CEO email is making headlines for officially quantifying Amazon's layoffs, apparently days or weeks sooner than the company had planned, because one of the teammates leaked this information externally, as JC put it, alerting to the Wall Street Journal report that broke the news Wednesday afternoon. The 18,000 person layoff is the largest in Amazon history and is raw numbers, the biggest by any tech company in the past year. The layoffs represent about 5% of Amazon corporate workforce, which numbers around 350,000 people. The company overall base of 1.5 million employees includes warehouse workers who aren't part of the cut. Well, not yet. It's coming. You better plan for it. The 18,000 number is more than the 10,000 previous report through the Amazon leader insists it's not more than they previously planned because they were never targeting a certain number. We'll get about the rest of that in my description box there. This is from The Insider. Makeup retailer Morphe closes all U.S. stores after facing criticism for surprising employees with empty shelves and layoffs. Thank you, Joe Biden and the Democrats. Beauty, I never heard of them. Beauty, beauty retailer Morphe confirmed in a tweet on Thursday that it has closed all of its U.S. stores. That brand will now exclusively sell its products online and at selected retailers. Marv has faced criticism in recent weeks, and one employee told Insider her entire store was fired. Beauty retailer Marv has confirmed that it's closed its makeup stores in the U.S. effectively immediately. In a tweet post to the brand's account Thursday, Marv described this closure as a difficult decision. We are forever grateful to our store teams for their passion, talent, and dedication over the years. Morph wrote, customers can continue to shop Morph online at selected retailers. Morph stores outside the U.S. will remain open. Just like Radio Shack, when they close their brick and mortar store, I stopped buying from Radio Shack. I used to like buying from Radio Shack, but I don't buy from people that close up their brick and mortar stores and lay people off so they don't have a job. Anyway, you can read the rest of this in my description box. Time's getting short here. This is from Scare. One of PepsiCo's brand new Tesla semi trucks may have already broken down. The Tesla the electric semi truck that spent years in development before finally being delivered into the hands of the big name customer, is the subject of snark and speculation following a Reddit post showing one of the vehicles being towed. Why does it matter if one of these trucks is being pulled by another truck? The vehicle in question is wrapped in Pepsi brand images, meaning it's one of the units that was recently delivered to PepsiCo. Poor PepsiCo. Oh, man. In October 2022, PepsiCo confirmed that it would be part of the biggest moment for Tesla in recent history by receiving a batch of the electric semi trucks in early December. Despite some I can't say that word. That delivery happened on December 1st, as promised, making PepsiCo the first company to get its hands on these futuristic trucks. It has a milestone moment for Tesla, but two images are now targeting the event by indicating one of the PepsiCo trucks have been already broken down. Is it fair to criticize Tesla so heavily? If that is, in fact, what happened, and you can read about the rest of this later on your own. And that's all I got for you for now, folks. Hope you enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, or just keep watching. Until tomorrow. Later.